Hello everybody, it's CraftyRia and welcome to Monday, May 2nd. I'm glad everybody is here. I see a lot of people already hanging out in the chat. Welcome in everybody who is here. Welcome in Angela and Agnes, Barb, Carla, Susan, and Destalou. I'm glad you are all here hanging out. And Connie, welcome in, Connie. And we see Agnes. Thank you for being a channel member. I do appreciate you. And your sunflower is growing. It's a little plant already. The channel membership is that little join button down there. And some of the things you get are a couple cool emojis, as well as that little it starts as a sunflower seed and grows into a sunflower next to your name. Thank you, and I do appreciate that. Oh, it's cold there, Angela. 48 degrees. I think it's pretty warm here. I'm quite warm. I should have bumped the air conditioner before I started. I don't know if Todd is listening, but it's hot. It's hot in here. Anyway, let's see. Today I have some mail to open, and then we'll do some crafting. And welcome in, Denise. I don't think I said hi to you. Hotlanta. We call Atlanta Hotlanta. We leave out the at. It's just Hotlanta because it's always hot there. We're in Ohio here, and it's not that hot, although I think it was in the 70s today. So it is a little bit warm. I wasn't warm until I sat here, I guess, in front of the camera. And then I get, maybe this hot flash will pass. I have a fan somewhere, one of those little hand fans that I keep near my desk, but I don't see it. It must be out of reach, although it would just make noise in my microphone anyway. You're right, it does. When it's damp and humid, it makes the heat a little bit unbearable. We don't have that much humidity right now. It's actually quite nice, although it looks kind of dark. I don't know if it's going to rain. It looks like it's getting dark. Although it is 7 o'clock at night, so maybe it's just starting to get dark. Anyway, it's not quite summer yet. In the summertime, it stays light here until 10 o'clock at night. Let me grab a sip of my drink, and we'll get started opening some mail. Today I have Diet Cherry Pepsi. That's right, Angela. You're right. All right. It's all the fame and everything that gets me going here. This first package, we'll start with this. I got 3 packages to open. And we have this first package. This is from Jean. Enclosed is some Happy Mail, some purple lavender stamping stuff, 2 vintage postcards, kitty images, a card to recycle. And she said, I'm sorry I didn't have any peacock stuff. That's okay. The stuff you sent is awesome. And she didn't sign the card, so I can reuse it as I see fit. And this is the handmade card she made, this beautiful dragonfly. And it says, thinking of you. And it's a gorgeous color. It's a peacock color, actually. But that is very pretty. And then there is this just for you card. That would be cool to I would leave it as is and probably just add stuff to it, Welcome in, Francis and Lynn and Lois. Hi, Lois. Lois is one of my awesome moderators. And there is these Vellum Butterflies. They're so pretty. and a little "Oh Happy Day." There is this pretty card. It looks like just a card front and a purple flower. It looks like watercolor if you look closely, and there is another one of those butterflies. I wonder if she colored the butterflies with marker or if they came that way. And here are the kitty images, and these do look vintage. You can see the back. They definitely look very vintage. They are really cool. And then there's this little baggie full of purple goodies. We have some ribbons and these little flowers. I don't know why, but my camera, I wonder, do the colors look really washed out to you guys? It looks super washed out on my end. I hope the colors look okay. We have Wonderful and Beauty. These are fabric, like almost patches, but I think they're self-adhesive on the back. And then there's these little acrylic pieces. Alrighty. And I will put this back in the envelope and set it off to the side. I think I'll use some of it today. I wonder why. See, like from down here, this doesn't look washed out, but I guess that's not bad. Maybe it was just the purple it didn't like. It's on auto. There was a flower up there and it switched to auto. I didn't change any settings on my camera. Hopefully it'll straighten itself out as we go along. The perils of a live show, right? And then we have this other wonderful package. And this is from Cecilia. It's a few things I thought you might enjoy. That is such a pretty card. It says just a note. And I know the camera's not picking it up, but there are gold specks in there as well. And here we have this really pretty peacock stamp. And this is from Stampin' Up. Yeah, from Stampin' Up. That's the package. I've never seen that on Stampin' Up. And I guess there is the piece that you can put on the either on the wood or on the back. And that is really pretty. And she sent Christmas cards and other cards to recycle. Look at this Christmas card. Oh my gosh, this is the best, my favorite Christmas card I've ever seen in the whole world. I'm going to move my lighting a little bit. Hang on, guys. I'm pointing my lighting away. Maybe that'll be better. It's a little darker where I'm sitting, but it shouldn't shine so bright on my things. Maybe that'll work. We'll see. But anyway, this gorgeous card, this is already raised up, and it has glitter and everything on there. Not glitter, but gold, silver foiling. It's gorgeous. This card is absolutely beautiful. I have never seen a Christmas card like this. This is from Punch Studio, the gifted line. That is amazing. And then there are more Christmas cards. This would make a really good shaker card. And this is from Thomas Kincaid. And a Christmas tree. A pretty house. I think the colors are better now. If I'm looking in the camera, they look pretty good. I love this snowman. It says, "'Tis the season to be jolly" on him, which is really kind of cool. I love peacocks. Lois, you know, well, I know everybody knows that. I don't think I ever have to say that, but I really love peacocks. That's pretty. This card is very pretty. I like this snowman with the penguins playing on him. He's cool. This happy birthday card is so pretty. This is raised up, the words happy birthday, and then there's this gold fringe at the bottom. And the inside is a really pretty pink, or it's more like, I guess it's more purple. And then the back is like watercolor. So that card is amazing. And then there is this one. And there are more, but wait, there's more. This card is really neat. I think I could make 9 gift tags with this card rather than recycle it into a card. I'm going to have to hang on to it and decide what to do with it. We have that. This is really cool too. Such a cute snowman with all the critters. Love it. And another snowman. I love snowman. It's one of my favorite holiday things. And I love the bluebird. So pretty. This card is cool. Look at the shape. I have an idea for that. I should set that aside. I have an idea. That's kind of cool too. This one is so cool. I don't think this one is actually vintage. It doesn't feel vintage, but the image looks vintage. That is so cool. And that one, very cool. Thank you so much. I really appreciate these. I love this. I love that that one there. It's amazing. I'm gonna set that off to the side. And let's put these back in this bag. I should put this back in there so it all stays together. And then I have a huge package. This was inside brown paper bag, but I took the brown paper bag. Yeah, you're right, Angela. It does look like a candy box that you would get, you know, assorted chocolates in. Welcome in, Michelle. I'm glad to see you. Oh, there's Ivan. Yes, I almost said, Ivan. I almost mentioned about the snowman, that Frosty the Snowman, the song Frosty the Snowman makes me cry. I may have mentioned that on here before, but it does, because it's just so sad at the end because he melts away. And yes, a happy Christmas song. People think it's a happy Christmas song. It is really a sad song. All right. Oh, let me get the card out of this first. Let's see if I can find it. It's down in here somewhere. I should have left the card handy. There's a lot of stuff in here. It is really, really full. It is very funny. The card will make you laugh. It made me laugh out loud when I read it. I always check it to make sure it's okay that I open your gifts online, your mail. Where is it? Did I put it in here? No. Oh, hang on, you guys. The perils of doing a live show. without having things planned out. Oh, where did it go? All right, let me go through some of the stuff. I really want to read you the card. Oh, it's driving me crazy now, you guys. All right, hang on, you guys. Hang on. Somebody tell a joke or something in chat. Keep everybody interested. Here, I found it. Okay, good. It is funny. This is from Susan, and she says, "Dear Maria, I love watching your channel." Susan, I hope your husband's watching. "I love watching your channel. You are such a great teacher and just a charming person. I went through my stash to trim it out and thought you might be able to use these extras or pass them along to your followers. I've also included a few cards that I made and can't throw away even the smallest strip, especially glitter paper. Wait till you see these cards she made. They are amazing. Funny story. You know that Bruce, her husband, is constantly mixing up your name. The other day, I was watching a British woman's channel. Bruce came in and said, 'CraftyRia?' I said, 'Honey, this woman has a British accent.' His answer, 'I thought CraftyRia was trying to be fancy.'" I can't even fake a British accent. I am really terrible at it. So that would never be me. That really cracked me up. That really cracked me up too. I laughed so hard when I read that. That is pretty awesome. But yeah, I cannot fake an accent. I'm terrible at any kind of voice impressions or faking an accent, any of that. It is so funny. Angela, the Christmas shows make me cry as well. I do love, I think it was, is it In the Year Without a Santa Claus? It's the Heat Miser and the Snow Miser. They are my favorites. I love them. I used to always sing those songs. I can't, Michelle. I'm very terrible. I'm very terrible at it. I can't even do it. I can do a New York or a New Jersey accent because when I get mad, that comes out. But I really cannot do a British accent at all. I can't even try to fake it. I still tease Bruce about it. So yeah, Bruce, if you ever hear the British accent, French accent, any of that, it would never, ever be me, ever, because I can't do that. All right, so let's see. She sent me all kinds of awesome things. We have here some chipboard frames. I have the paper pack that matches that, so that is awesome. And I'm just going through these randomly in no particular order. Cool stickers. These are so cool. These are window decorations, and as you can see, the package is huge. They are, I'm imagining they're like stickers. I'm going to take one out today and we'll play with it. And there's several packs of them. There's three packs of them, but look at all the neat things on here. That is amazing. I love them. But yeah, I want to use one of those today. I'm going to set that one of those aside because I have an idea. I'll try it on one of the cards we recycled today. Oh, that's cool, Michelle. The Heat Miser and Snow Miser. I had back in the day, a long time ago, Altoids came out with Heat Miser cinnamon Altoids, and I think I still have a tin, not with the candies in it, but I looked and looked for the Snow Miser, and I could never find him. There are these cut aparts, and the back is that paper. We have some, I think these are rub-ons. They are cool for spring because those flowers will be out and about. We have Happy Birthday. I think they're rub-ons too, if I had to guess. We have Echo Park, which I love. The summer stuff. I bet these are Echo Park too. They're cut-aparts. They look like travel cut-aparts. And we have some more that are, I wonder if they are from Echo Park as well. Rainbow, Sunshine, and Unicorns, just some assorted ones. We have a pack here of just assorted cut-aparts. I'll open the cards she sent last because they're amazing. And we have some papers. Some are folded and they have that design on the inside. I think that's the different phases of the moon. And then this is like a starry sky, and there's several pieces of that. And then I'm just going to reach in here and just grab out some of this paper. And there's a bunch of 12 by 12 paper here, and I'll just flip through it real quick. This is really cool. I've never seen this paper before. It's really neat. It has all kinds of like dress forms and different things. And then there's the back. It looks like lace. The hillbilly accent. See, I'm not good at accents. Especially if I try to do it, it won't work. This is really cool. Looks like an old catalog. And then there's the back of that. And we have, oh, this must be more of that paper pack. It has like the moon. Let's see if I can, yeah, with more phases of the moon here. And then still more, and then we have some more of these cut aparts. And some constellations. I've never seen this paper pack. I don't know what it's called or who it's by. It's double-sided paper, obviously, and it's very thick. I'm going to put that on the bottom of this since it is so thick. We have some pretty rainbow cut-aparts. I love rainbow. I don't know who that's by either. And we have some tags. I'm guessing this is Echo Park. It looks like that set. And I think I have the birthday set. Some papers that might match this or at least coordinate with it. We have some mushrooms. Where you guys live, do you live where there are morels? I think that's how they are pronounced. The mushrooms, they're only out like a couple days in the spring, and they go for like $50 a pound or something ridiculous and crazy. We have a creek that runs through our property and woods in the back. And I don't like mushrooms, but I should always look and see if we have them because I could sell them. They go really, really for a lot of money. This is cool. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. This is just some trees. Oh, this might go with that rainbow paper. Best yay ever. This is an alligator or a crocodile. Do you know what the difference between a crocodile and an alligator is? There is a difference. I'll give you a minute to answer. Oh yeah, those big sheets are good to make box tops, also to cover journals. 8.5 by 11 journals. If it depends on the size of this, but it also is great. Or you can just frame them and hang them on your wall. Okay, the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. One will see you later, and the other one in a while. Or the other one will see you in a while. Here we have some elephants. And this safari, it looks like a safari or a jeep going to a safari. This paper is really cool. Look at all of those animals on there. The zebra and all of the zoo animals, giraffe, monkey. That is a really neat paper. And here we have some, I guess they're tigers and a silly monkey. And this looks like, I wonder if it's from the same pack as the lemon paper. It looks like it. And there's some glitter along the side. This paper I thought was really cool, and I think I'm going to use it. I'm going to cut the words apart. It is like the periodic table letters. They're, as you can see, the letters are in gold, but they spell out all kinds of words like fun and cheers, focus, inspire, cute, kind, wonder. Really neat. So it spells out all kinds of words, and I'm kind of a science nerd, so I really, really like that. And then there are 2 packs or partial packs of paper in here. Oh, here's an extra sheet. This, oh, look at that, almost looks like a tree, but it is the Eiffel Tower. And this one here is Getaway. It's of course by Echo Park, which I absolutely love. And it looks like the sticker sheet isn't intact on the back. It doesn't feel as thick, so there might be some pieces missing, but you get an idea of what's in there. I travel a lot, and that is awesome. And then the little lumberjack pack by Echo Park. And there are the stickers on the back. I think I've done a flip through of this. I might have it, I think I have this in the 6x6. I don't know if I have it in 12x12. But that is awesome. Thank you so much, Susan. I love these goodies. I love these words. They are going to come in handy. And I have a pack of, from Echo Park. It has zoo animals. And I think that those other zoo animals would look really good with it. Oh, Angela, awesome. You did receive your guillotine cutter. Good, good. I love it. I love the We Are Memory Keepers guillotine. Right now it's covered with stuff. I'll show everybody in a second. I have all of these things piled on top of it. Let me put them back in this big envelope. Oh, I have cards to show you. All right. This is the guillotine cutter that Angela's talking about. It's the one I use all the time. It's by We Are Memory Keepers. It is 6 inches wide and 8.5 inches long. Mine has been through the mail. I have dropped it 100 times. I use it for all of my videos because I like it because it fits in the frame. It cuts evenly. I think my only criticism of it is that this guard here is 2 inches wide. So if you're cutting a really narrow piece of paper, it's hard to have it line up. Sometimes I'll line it up at the bottom, and sometimes I do the bad thing. I take the guard off. You can, there's a little clip in the back that you can push, and this guard will come off. But I don't recommend it if you have children around, because you can chop your finger off. So be really, really careful. I don't want anybody to chop their finger off and then come back and say, CraftyRia said I could take the guard off. No, don't take the guard off. Do as I say, not as I do. But, yeah. Or if I'm doing something really small, I'll get out the Cricut trimmer. And I will use that if I'm doing something really narrow. But I absolutely love this trimmer. What's nice about a guillotine trimmer, and most of them will do this, you can even cut tissue paper. Whereas the kind with the blade that you pull, it will not cut tissue paper. Here, let me show you. I wonder if it'll cut. I don't think I have tissue paper handy. I have a napkin, just a fast food napkin, just happened to be on my desk. So I'm going to put it in here. I wonder if it'll cut this. Let's try. There you go. It gives you a perfectly clean edge on, as you can see, this is just a napkin. Where if you take the other trimmer, like this, these are wonderful trimmers. However, see, you cannot cut something like this with this type of blade. I've never gotten it to work. Now, some people will put their tissue paper between two pieces of paper, and then you might be able to get a cut that way. But I just want to show you that that is one thing you cannot do with one of these trimmers, but one of these trimmers will always do it. And this will cut through thick cardboard as well. It's a little harder to push the arm down, but this blade is only, you can see it right there. It is only that wide. See it sticking out? It is maybe 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters. So it's not going to cut through anything thicker than that. It'll like score it, and then you could flip it over and do it again. But yeah, this, and almost any guillotine cutter will cut tissue paper or a napkin. And that does come in handy because a lot of us do craft with napkins, decorative napkins. Because I can just see people thinking, why would you cut a napkin? All right. My chair is making that noise. It is not me, I promise. I have for the 12 by 12 cutter, I have the Tonic Studios cutter, and it does have a guard, but I don't think it's 2 inches. It might only be 1 inch. But this one here is a full 2 inches. And I think if you're cutting a smaller piece of paper, like, I don't know, this is kind of big, but say if you wanted to cut it like down the middle, you would end up, I'm not going to cut it, but see, you would end up with it underneath the guard. So that would be, that's the only criticism I have of that at all. And Susan sent me some beautiful cards that she handmade. And here is one. It says, if you walk a mile in my shoes, you'll end up at a craft store. I love it. I love the background paper with the scissors and the glue. And it says, crafting is my exercise. That card is awesome. And it just says, it has her stamp on the back. And her stamp says, handmade with love, Susan Chubb. Let me show you my stamp, my well-loved stamp. If you've received something from me, you would have seen this. This says, it's not as fancy, but it says, handmade by Maria Johnson, and it has my YouTube channel. And as you can see, it's well-loved. I use it all the time. But my friend, Bossy Jossie, made it. And it is, there's her website, joscie.com. She does all kinds of personalized stamps. I've ordered from her for years. I've known her for years. And when we had the restaurant, the Fryin' Hawaiian, we used to order, we had a really cool Hawaiian stamp, and we would stamp our paper bags to hand the food out in. So we kind of had neat bags. But anyway, that is my personalized rubber stamp. I use it on the back of everything that I make. And as you can see, it is well loved. I don't always clean it. Don't tell Jossie, if she's watching, that I don't always clean my stamp. But it is well loved. Just be careful not to cut your fingers off, Angela. I don't want to hear you come on one of my shows and say, oh my gosh, I cut my fingers off with my paper trimmer. Do you guys remember the old Sizzix die cutters that were the big red block with the big handle, and it would press the die down before they had the crank ones? Those things weighed like 1,000 pounds. And one of my crafty friends was mad at her husband or something like that. And then she said that she could use it as a weapon and beat him over the head with it. So then we came up with all of these crazy weapons that we have in our craft room, like our scissors and tape someone up with the tape gun and, hit him on the head with the heavy Sizzix machine, and use a paper punch and punch out their skin, use our inks and dyes and dye their hair. I mean, we made all these crazy stories, but I always think of that big Sizzix die cutter because, you could kill somebody with that thing if you hit him in the head. I wanted one of those so bad, but I never did get one. But now I have the Big Shot, and that is awesome. Look at these beautiful cards that Susan made. I love this. Is this scraps of paper? It must be. Just glued together. I am never throwing away my slivers. There's so many times where I cut off a sliver like this from a Christmas card. The trim around the edge. Look at that. That is amazing. And then, of course, the happy birthday with the presents. The colors just go so good together. And it says, may your birthday be filled with all the best things. I don't know if she stamped that, but what a great inside. That's perfect. If it's stamping, that is a good job. And these are raised up on some dots. The colors just are amazing. This card is my favorite card that I've seen in a long time. I love this. And then, of course, she stamps the back. And then look at this one, too. This Santa, again, with all of the, I bet they are just scraps. And this really pretty bow. Love it. And the inside says, being friends with you is the best present. Love that. Such a pretty, pretty card. And this is Happy Birthday. And it has a piece of green glitter. And it looks like a scrap paper and another bow. It says, hope your birthday brings you a special kind of happiness and leaves you with the nicest kind of memories. That is such a pretty saying. The inside looks so pretty. That is gorgeous. And this is nice, thick cardstock. I use the cheap stuff, I'm ashamed to say. And she put a note on here. She says, I love working with scraps. My daughter gave me this stamp, but I always get ink everywhere. So I covered them with hearts, and that is this stamp. I'm assuming she means that her daughter gave it to her. That is a great stamp. And then she must have smeared ink there and covered them with hearts. And as Bob Ross would say, that is a happy accident, and you can easily cover it up and make it into something new. And these must be scraps of paper just on the diagonal. Merry Christmas, and then a beautiful saying again on the inside. So pretty. Such a good job. Oh, they're printed on your computer. Okay. They're very, very good. Your cards are beautiful. Thank you so much for sending me the cards. I'm going to probably display this one on my shelf as inspiration. I might have to try to make the background paper on an upcoming video. I need to go through my scraps. I was putting all of my scraps in a gallon Ziploc bag, but I don't know what I did with the Ziploc bag. It's around somewhere. Thank you so much. Well, that is all the mail, and I think now let's do some crafting. Let me get a sip of my drink, and we will get crafting. Alrighty. Let's see. And my chair, every time I move to the side, it makes that noise. It's not me, I promise. It is my chair. Well, I set this card out, so let's go ahead and start with this card, just because it's handy. I have to move some stuff out of the way here. Okay. Let's see. I have that blue. Maybe I'll do it on the dark blue. Let's see what else I have. I do have red and I have green. I don't have a whole bunch of colors. Maybe I'll just stick with the blue. I'm gonna just stick with the blue. And I just have a neat little idea for this card. You could probably already guess what I'm going to do. So first I'm going to cut the front off. I'm going to leave it folded and just cut a sliver off of that side first. And then, let's see. I'll have to trim this down. Yep, I'll trim this. Crichton says hi to everybody. Okay, so this card is 5 by 7. So I'm going to trim it to 4 3/4. And then I think it needs a little bit off the bottom. I don't have a measurement to go, so I'm going to eyeball that. Yep. And that'll just leave just a little bit of a border. See, I wonder if I could use these scraps. Well, that one's pretty white. And I'm going to set that aside. Now, normally I would throw that away. Oh, I do need to trim off this side here. I should have left it together. Okay. All right, I'm thinking I can carefully cut this out of the center. I'm just going to use, I better use this. I'm going to use this so I have a straight edge. So it's going to be kind of hard to show you. Here, maybe I could do it this way. I am going to, on these trimmers, you can cut a window out of your paper. And let me show you a couple cheater things on here. Almost all of these trimmers will have a score mark or a line there to show you where the blade is. And then also on the side there, you can see the line. So that's where you would line it up to cut your window. So I'm going to line this up here. I need to kind of turn it towards me so I see, so I don't get my head in the way here. Okay. So then you can see I just cut just that line from there to there, right along the bottom of there. And then I'm going to go and do it across the top. And I'm lining it up. I'm turning it toward me so I can see here where the cut is going to be. And then I bring it over and then line that up where I want to cut to. So then I have a cut above the words. And then I'm just going to do the same thing and cut, connect the dots, so to speak, cut between those two lines. So now I cut this one over to the right a little bit far. So I'm just going to take, for this, I'm just going to take my scissors and kind of finish that cut a little bit. You could put it back in your trimmer and do a better job. There we go. So then I have 3 sides loose, and I'll do the same on the other side. There we go. There, and then we have that piece. And there we have that. I hope I didn't cut too far over to the right. No. I mean, I came really close to cutting too much of that, but it works. I'm going to trim this side off a little bit, just that little piece. Okay, and then I will put this aside. That way that just evens that out. And I'm actually going to take this piece and put it in there like it belongs. Where is my Scotch tape? I don't see it, but I will put a piece of blue tape on the back to hold that piece in place. That way, I am for sure that it is not going to leave a little hole. There we go. There, so we just have that extra little piece there, just in case you would be able to see it from the side. And then I'm just going to adhere this down to the front of the card. I filled up my tape runner with some fresh tape. It was almost out. I'm going to run a little piece over that little tiny piece. Okay. And then I will put this on the front with some stuff behind it. What do I want to say? Humpers. Okay, I have some here. And I have these scissors that are meant just for this. Oh, I might want to put some snowflakes on the bottom. Let me grab my snowflake trim. I think I'll put some of this along the bottom here. And to make it stay on better, I'm going to, let me try, I know what I can do. Where is my, I have a stack of stuff, I promise. All right. I'll get a new one out. I have one of these out already. These are those little mini glue dots, and I'll put them on the back. I think if I do that, I won't have to fold it across the back. And I'm going to put one on the back of each one. I'm going to need 5 of them. Yeah, Lois, that is those little markings show you where your blade is, both horizontally and vertically. So you can line those up. So that is something that type of paper trimmer does that you cannot do on a guillotine. On a guillotine, you cannot cut out a window. So it's good to have both. If you can, both types of paper cutters. The guillotine blade, you don't have to sharpen. It pretty much lasts forever. However, those little tiny blades on the slider, those don't last forever. You have to sharpen them a lot, and your paper will start to look raggedy. You'll know when you need to replace it. It will have just a jagged edge. Your paper will look like it has like baby hairs on it. There, I just put that across the bottom. I like how that looks. Let me just trim it flush with the card. Yeah, I like that. And then I will put some adhesive tape on the back. Alrighty, let's see, I have some more. I think I'll put one more little piece there. And one piece in the middle. These are the Teflon scissors that I just got. I was tired of my other scissors being all gummed up. If I can get the backing off. These foam squares are from the Dollar Tree. I like them because they're not very thick. They're thin enough that will go through the mail without having to put extra postage. So there we have that. It's already raised up. And you can't tell at all that I cut a little too far over. I have these two left over. Maybe I will put them on here. Let's cut them in half. I love these little glue dots, these little mini ones. I got them on Amazon and they are in my storefront. And there should be a link in the description box below. I don't know if it'll show up now or after the live video has ended. I'm not sure. But I put all of my favorite things there. I also put that my paper trimmers are in there as well. Where am I going to put this one? Maybe back behind that tree. That'll give it even more of a 3D look. There we go. So part of it is behind that tree. That's cool. So there. That card is done. That was really easy. Oh, and I can put the sentiment on the inside. Get my scraps of blue. I think it'll look good on this navy. And it is just about the right width. All right. Thank you for reminding me for the sentiment, because you know, many times I have forgotten. There's been times where I've filmed a whole regular video and totally forgot to put the sentiments on the inside. And many times on the live videos. I usually find them when I'm cleaning my desk up, and then I go and put them on the inside. So there we have that card all done. Nice, nice, nice. I like the way that came out. I want to use something on this set. I want to see how these work. Let me get a drink real quick. It needs bling on the house. It does need bling on the house, doesn't it? Like Christmas lights. Okay. Yep, it does need Christmas lights. Okay, let me get my bling. I have to move over here. Move away to get to my bling. I found my Scotch tape, by the way, on my way to the bling. If you guys could only see my craft room, you have no idea. I need an intervention. All right. Here is the little tiny bling. Put some Christmas lights on this house. I'm sticking my tongue out. Okay. Let's put some across the top. Welcome in, Shannon. I'm glad you are here. This roof of this house is shaped kind of funny because the way the snow is landing. You're copying after CraftyRia. There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. So now there are some Christmas lights. I might put a little bit around that doorway. There we go. Let's put that back on there. All right, so the house is now decorated for Christmas. Put that over there where it's easy to get to. Put those there where they're easy to get to. Okay, I do want to use these. Let me look at these Christmas cards and see which one I could use them on. I think there's one with just a big tree. I wonder if that tree will work. I thought there was one with a tree. Oh no, maybe I was imagining it. Oh, I think I want to do something with that card. This one is the one I'm thinking of. With this big tree here. I think I could cover that up with this tree. It's about the same size. Let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? Don't answer that. The worst could always be really bad. Well, probably it'll fit on a 5x7 card. Let's see about the dark blue. I think I'm going to go with that dark blue again. I'll save the red and the green for cards that I have to use red and green for. I think I'll use this dark blue. And I'm going to leave that on the side. I'm just going to trim it up. We'll give this a try and see if it works. So it is 5.5. I don't want to trim too close to the top. I'll trim some off of the bottom to make it 4 3/4. And I'm going to trim a little bit off that yellow side. Do I need to trim more off the side? Yeah, I'll trim a little bit off this side. I know, and if anyone wants to come over and clean my craft room, you can head on over. It is a mess, but we'd have a lot of fun. And the inside of this one, I am not going to put on the inside of the card, since it is religious, and I don't always like to send religious cards unless I know the person would appreciate it. So I would put more, even though it has a church on it, I will put more of a plain, I don't know how to say it, non-religious greeting on the inside. All right, and I'm just going to adhere this down, and I want to stick that tree there. I don't know if this has an opening. It'll probably open this way. These are window clings. They are kind of 3D. Here's a snowflake that kind of came off. Oh yeah, they are sticky on the back. They're flat on the back, but yet puffy on the front. So they're like hollow on the inside. I used window clings from the Dollar Tree to make Easter cards a couple years ago. This is really pretty. You can see all of the holographic sparkle. Oh, I think that would be great. Yep, I'm going to just stick it down right there. Oh, that's really cool. I might put some of these snowflakes like over here. Maybe I'll put one down here and another one up here, just to kind of add a little bit of bling to the rest of the card. Move this one down a little bit. I'm trying to gauge to see if they need glue on the back. This one does. There's a lot of glitter right where I'm going to put it, and I'm afraid it is not going to stay with just the stickiness that it has. So I add a little bit of glue, but I think the other ones are okay. Yeah, they're on pretty tight. Secular, yes, that's what I was trying to think of. Just a non-religious greeting. There we go. There is that. And then now in this card, the tree is more of the focal point. The church is there, but the tree is the focal point. I think that's really pretty. I love that tree. I wanted to see how these stickers work, and I couldn't wait to use them. So I remember seeing the card with the really big tree and thought that would be good to use that tree. All right. Awesome. All right, and let's see. I think we should do this happy birthday card. There's purple ribbon in here. Let me see if the purple ribbon would go good on here, because I'm thinking it needs a little something right along the top of that fringe. And then I really don't need to do much of anything else to it. This purple ribbon is like a velour. That is pretty. There's also this other purple trim. I don't know, I think it needs a little something more. I have these other ribbons handy. Let me see if I have one. I bet this would work. I've never used these ribbons. I got them in Happy Mail. I have them hanging from my cart to remind me to use them. It's beautiful glittery ribbons. We have that color, which is pretty. Oh, then I just saw another one. That might be too dark. Yeah. There's also this. That's too light. Silver and gold. That's kind of neat. I need one with like pink and gold. I have another strand over here. Oh, there is a pink and silver, I think. Let me pull this other one off my cart. I have these. That one is just purple. Oh, this might be perfect because it's pink and gold. Yes, there we go. I think that one is perfect. Pink and gold. That's what I want. I'm going to trim this a little bit bigger than the card. I don't have my good ribbon scissors. I keep forgetting to bring them. I will set this stuff aside. It's going to fall off my desk there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Let me see what color card base I want. Let me try pink. Yeah, I think the pink would be great. Okay, pink card base it is. I try to use the pinks and the yellows whenever I can since I don't use them as often. The red and the green and the blues I use a lot on Christmas cards. I love the back. This is such pretty paper on this card. All right, let me trim it just on the other side of that fold. And then we have the sentiment on the other side. I almost don't want to cut this apart, but I will. I'll do it. I'm going to start by cutting that fold off so I have a nice clean scrap for later. Oh, I have an idea for the inside already. You see what I'm thinking? Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking for the inside? I'll trim this. All right, we'll put that aside. Then I need to trim this to be 4 3/4. So I'm going to have to trim a little bit of that fringe off because I can't really trim any more off the top. I do want to make sure it's all hanging down. There we go. That's okay. And let me see about the sides. Yeah, I need to trim a little bit off each edge. Now I have all these little tiny pieces of fringe. I love the 5x7 card bases. I got this big box at Pat Catan's when they were going out of business. I got tons of them. All right, that is what that will look like. And then this will go, I think I'll do it this way, have the pink go into the gold, and then that covers up that blank space. I wonder if I could put this directly on the back of the ribbon. The answer is yes. I can put it directly on the back of the ribbon. All right. Try not to get it stuck to my fingers too much here. All right. I say all right a lot, don't I? All right already. And I'll put this all back on the back. And there's not a lot that really needs to be done to this card since all of the work's really done for us. I'm going to put just a little extra glue around where that ribbon is. Be careful not to mess up the fringe. And so, yes, I'm going to mat this on this paper. Maybe I'll ink this and then mat it. Let me get some dark ink. Actually, I have black. Let me mat it with black. I have black handy. My Memento black. Just to give it a line. There we go. Yep. Let's see how wide I can have this be. Okay. I'll make it a little bigger than 6 inches. That's good. Perfect. There, so we have the decorative inside, and I'm just going to leave it be like that on the front. I think that is enough of decoration, and that bling, or that ribbon, is gorgeous. I can finally say I used it. I've had it so long in my stash. And let me see. There was this pretty card base in here, and I thought it would go with the butterflies, maybe. This card base with the butterfly. I think that would be good. Maybe not with the purple flower, but what about this on it too? Oh, I think that would be cute. All right, let's trim this up and go from there. It has some tearing along the bottom, so I want to trim that off. And then we'll see what we have to work with. And when I put something like this in the guillotine, I want to salvage as much of the card as I can. So I'm bringing it so it's just barely over the edge. As you can see, it cut off just a sliver at the smallest part. That way I salvage as much of the card as I can. I'm going to take a sliver off the very top. Sometimes I don't know if cards were cut with scissors or if they were cut straight, and I always like to make sure they have a straight edge. I could also, you're right, put this on an envelope. Yes. All right, let me see what size card base I have for this. I think it might fit on, yes, it would fit on a regular card base. Even better. I'm going to trim the card base to 4 inches this way because I have a bunch of envelopes that don't fit the 4 1/4 inch, but they fit 4 inch and 4 inch card. And I try to use that size whenever possible so I can use those envelopes. So, and then we still have plenty of room for a border. I like the way this side looks, so I'm going to trim off of this side. And it is 5 1/2, so I'm going to trim it to 5 3/4. That worked out perfectly. That gives me a perfect border around the edges. I didn't plan it that way, and I'm going to save this for my scraps. I have been totally inspired to save all of my scraps now. And then I think that butterfly would be so pretty on there. I love that butterfly. Okay. And maybe, what if we use some of that ribbon that I just had? There's this red and silver. That's really pretty. I just have to look and see if there's anything I like better. I think the red and silver is going to be the best. Those are mostly pinks and blues, cool colors. These are warm colors. I have just plain gold. I think the red and silver, yeah, I like the red and silver. Yep. All right, let's trim this. Welcome in, Jean, all the way from Tasmania. What is the weather like by you? You're probably in fall. It's getting ready to get cold, I bet. How cold do your winters get there? Oh, you know, I think I'm going to put this directly on the ribbon. I liked the way that worked. Okay. I thought I was going to be perpetually stuck to this ribbon. Okay. I want to leave that little bit of a green line there. All right. It kind of gives it a little bit of a border. Okay, that's pretty. I like it. Yep, I will adhere that down. I always test it on the card, like it's going to change from when I just had it on there. I guess that's pretty silly. Put a little extra near the ribbon. I always make sure my card is opening the right way so I don't stick the front on upside down, in case you wonder why I always kind of flick my paper like that. All right. The flowers are so pretty. I think they are poppies. Are those poppies? And then, of course, I have to fussy cut this out. Denise, I have a video on my channel about making oversized envelopes with the We Are Memory Keepers envelope cutter, envelope punch board. It has a calculator and it shows you how to make really big envelopes with super long scored lines. I explain it really well. Check it out. It is on my channel. If someone can find the link and post it, I would appreciate it. But yes, it is there. I'm cutting this with a little bit of a white border. I'm just fussy cutting around. It's one of my super popular videos. It gets views years after, I don't know how many years it's been out, but it still gets views. Like, I get comments on it constantly, which is awesome. I should redo it. It was one of my early videos. Back before I had this black thing. Yes, I have a whole video all about making big envelopes and a link to a calculator. And you could put in the size, the dimensions of your card, and it'll tell you what size to cut your paper and where to score. Super helpful. I'm reading the comments. Oh, okay, so it gets cold. Probably like our weather, a little maybe similar to us. We do get snow though, but we get pretty cold weather. I'm thinking of like Seattle weather. They get foggy weather, and I don't know how much snow they get, but it can get pretty cold up there. I love that butterfly. I think that looks good on that card, really. So do I want to put that, oh, happy day? Well, that does have a butterfly. Yeah, I think I will put oh, happy day. I think I'll mat it. first, maybe on black. Let's see. I'm looking through my piles of scrap papers. That's black glitter paper. I have another black. I'm pretty sure I have another black. I'm looking through all of my papers. Where would my black be? Okay, I don't have black. Maybe I can use black glitter paper. It's from 2/2 of 19. I knew it was old. I could put this on black glitter because that's just happens to me. No, I don't like the black. What about this darker black? I don't know that I like that on there. Oh, maybe gold, since there's gold in it. 2/2 of 2019. That's pretty old. It still gets tons of views. I cannot believe people, you know, find it being that old. All right, let me try some gold. It needs, I think, a little something behind it to make it pop. Oh, that gold is good. Yeah, I think that gold is perfect. I don't know if I have a smaller piece of it. Maybe. Nope, not of that gold. Okay. All right, I might want to trim the edges a little tiny bit. No, I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it if I do. It has, I think the thumbnail has pictures of like 3 envelopes, and it says something like make oversized envelopes or extra large envelopes with the envelope punch board or something like that. You can also use the search feature and search for, probably the word envelope will get you there. If you do it on my channel page, you can search my videos for that. There we go. That has a little more sparkle now. Yeah, that's better. I think I will put that up on some foam dots. Yeah, I think I will. Since it's such a popular video, I'll do an updated one. It is one of my very most popular videos. It'll be on my list of things to do. I guess I have to take the backing off of that before it'll stick. Okay. I love using the envelope punch board. I think when I got it, it was like $15. I don't know how much they are now. That's also in my Amazon store. On my storefront. It's not actually my store. It's a storefront. It's just a link to all kinds of things that I use. One of my best purchases ever. That and my paper trimmer. I think that will look pretty good. Let me see. I'm trying to decide how to adhere this. I think I'll just put a little bit down the center. I kind of want to hide the adhesive. I'm putting it along the dark line. Oops, I ripped the butterfly. Don't do that. If you're copying me, don't rip the butterfly. And I'm going to stop there since I ripped him. But you can't see the rip. And then I will stick it down. You have to be careful when you adhere vellum. Sometimes the glue or tape will show through. So I put it along the body and along those dark lines in case it would show through, though that would hide it. But in this case, it doesn't show through at all. So there we have that. Welcome in, Shay. I'm glad you caught alive. I love our chats that we have with everybody. The lives are so much fun. Yeah, I love, love, love the envelope punch board. It is amazing. I'm just trimming that to make it neater. Okay, let's see. Let's do one more card. And I like this one here because it looks like it's vintage. Of course, I love the peacock, but I need to stare at the peacock before I do anything with it. For those just joining you, in my Happy Mail, I received this card to recycle. It is so beautiful, and it has, you know, it's raised up. So I don't know. I may just frame that and keep it. I don't know. I've not ever seen a beautiful peacock Christmas card like that. This here, I think, it does remind me of the top of a box of chocolates, like a Whitman sampler type thing. Now that you mentioned that. Who mentioned that? Angela? I can't remember who mentioned it. But it does remind me of a Whitman sampler box. This would actually be good if you were decorating a Whitman sampler box to use as a Christmas card box. You can take something like this and use it as the top. I'm going to cut off, well, first, before I cut anything, let me see the sizing of it. I have a regular card. Yeah, that'll fit behind it. Yep, that will work. I'm going to trim off the gold trim. I'm going to try to keep it even because I'm going to save that. Because I'm going to copy off of Susan. I'm going to trim it all the way around. And that would be good to make scrap backgrounds with. I have another video that I've made scrap backgrounds very similar to that using just scraps. very similar to what Susan did, not nearly as pretty. It's old, like the Christmas, or not the Christmas card, but the envelope one. I want to cut as close to a Christmas greeting as I can here. Welcome in, Cecilia. All right. All right, I think that will fit that way. And it will be 5 1/4. No, 5 3/8. Let's try that. Yeah, and then by 4 1/8. Let's trim that bottom off. Oh, that came out good. Yep. Now I have to decide if I want to mat this on green glitter paper. Let me see what it looks like. Maybe a darker green. That looks good. I might have a darker though. This darker green. It doesn't really look darker. This is darker. I think this one is still better. That's the same green. Okay, I think I will use this green. I can buy it in a set of 12 cards with envelopes. No way. I'll buy 100 of them. Okay, maybe not 100. This is a better size, so I'm not cutting down a huge piece of paper. I'm going to have to look that up. They are by Punch Studio, The Gifted Line. I'm going to have to look that up because they are beautiful. I don't have to make Christmas cards anymore. I'm just going to buy those. I think I'm going to have that matted. I'm going to have to trim down the red a little bit more. Okay, and this will be, this edge is a little wonky. Trim that so I get a clean edge. 4 1/8. By, let me trim one of these. 5 3/8. Yep, that's good. I want a little more of that green, the pretty green to show. So I'm going to take a little tiny sliver off the bottom and a little sliver off this side. Yep, absolutely perfect. This piece I will save. I'm going to copy after Susan. And I think I'm going to cut the bottom of these bells and raise them up. So I'm just going to take my little blade here and I'm just cutting like from this part down, from that down, and just around there a little bit. I'm just using my finger blade, which I probably need to replace at some point. I've used it quite a bit. And it's probably a little too dull. It's still doing pretty good though. It's not that bad. When you're doing something like this, don't be in a hurry. Take your time. There. And pop them out a little bit. There. Just make sure they are popped out. And I'm going to put some glue squares right up underneath the bells. There. So I have those right up under the bells. We've done this recently before, and that's what gave me the idea. And I will put tape along the rest. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right around the bottom of this bell. That's too narrow to get that tape. On the piece that I want to have stuck down to the paper, because I want to make sure that part stays down. Actually, I want to adhere this to the card base first. I might have to put more glue on that in a minute. Okay. My glue's still wet. That's good. And then I will line this up. There we go. And then those bells look a little 3D, but of course I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to get my bling and put a piece of bling on the bottom of each of those bells. Welcome in, Christine. I'm glad you made it, even for the end. Thanks for reminding everybody to hit the like button. Jonah enjoys it when you hit the like button. So does Crichton. There we go. So we have some gold bling there at the bottom of the bells. And the leaves, and even a Christmas greeting. I don't know. I don't think it shows. So you can see the leaves. They are raised up a little bit. They have some dimension or some texture. And then you can see the green glitter behind the bells. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of why I wanted to put it on glitter paper. Oh, and I could put the sentiment on the inside. This cardstock is so nice. It's so thick. Some cards are very flimsy and others are really, really thick. Really nice cardstock. I'm going to cut that fold off and save that piece of white since it really is a nice, it's a super nice piece of cardstock. You're making me laugh. You thought it was Tuesday. And be careful out there in Oklahoma. Weather can be super, super bad. I don't think this is big enough. This might be. Should I use this? Yeah, might as well. I have it on my desk. Why not? Since I have it right here and handy. And I like the play on words. This says, may you enjoy every moment of the Christmas season and ring in the new year with happiness and love. And we have bells. That's pretty awesome. All right, let me see if I can cut this sort of straight. So when I'm using this paper trimmer, of course, it's underneath here. I'm using my right hand to eyeball it, to line it up along the grid. Try to make it straight, and then press down really hard on here to hold it in place. And it's a little thicker on the top, but I'm just going to leave that. There. I'm going to set this aside for my scraps so I can copy Susan again. For those of you that just came in, I will show you what I'm talking about when I keep saying I'm going to copy Susan. All right, there we go. It's glittery on the inside. Susan sent me some handmade cards, and some of them have these beautiful backgrounds made with strips of glitter paper. So I'm saving now all of my strips of glitter paper because I love that idea. And there's this one too. Glitter and metallic paper. So I'm going to be copying that for sure. It is Tuesday in New Zealand and Germany. Yes, I forgot about that. You guys are a day ahead of us. Alrighty, let's recap all of the cards that I made. I had some wonderful Happy Mail. You guys, if you haven't seen the beginning, you might want to go back and check all of the wonderful Happy Mail I received today. So we have that card, and it does remind me of the top of a box of candy. I didn't use stickles today. We have this fun card. Love those butterflies. And this happy birthday. That one was super easy. Totally cheating on that one. And then this one with these really cool, these are window stickers if you weren't on when I used them. Really cool. And this one here was a card that opened up and it was shaped, so I made it three-dimensional. For those of you that are just tuning in, there we go. Here, we'll do it this way. Get them all on the screen. There we go. And then this card, I love this. I have to frame it. I'm going to look and see if I can find them online. That is amazing. I didn't make that. It came like that. Let me check the chat real quick. Oh, right. If you are on Tuesday, for you it is a Tuesday morning live or Tuesday early afternoon live. But here, where I am filming in Ohio, it's actually Monday. Your favorite is the snowman. Let me know what your favorite cards are from today's grouping. I'm trying to think which one is my favorite. My favorite Christmas card, I think, is this one. And then I love the happy birthday also. But I love that because it reminds me of, it's just vintage looking. I don't think it is vintage, but it reminds me of vintage cards. So that one I think is my favorite. Yes, Susan, I did. I did a video where I made card backgrounds with just random pieces, and then I kind of stopped saving them, but I really need to save them again and do that. I have another idea for using scraps of paper that's not glitter paper. I keep meaning to do a video on it, but I will do that. I think you're going to like it. So save your non-glitter papers, and also save, you know, when you get a packing slip or something in the mail that is large, but it's on a sticker paper, even though it has writing on one side, but the other side is a sticker paper that you would normally just throw the whole thing away. Don't throw it away. Save those stickers, or even you can use big mailing labels if you have them. Just sticky back paper. Save that, and save your non-glitter scraps as well, because I have an idea for that. We're going to get messy. And Christine likes the bells. Denise likes the snowman. And the tree. I love that tree. Those stickers are gorgeous. They're very 3D and glittery. They're so pretty. And your favorite, Shay's favorite, is the happy birthday. I think they're pretty cool. I think we have a good selection this time around. This would be a good summertime card to send out because of the butterfly and the flowers. And of course, happy birthday could be any time of the year. Yes, I did do a Tuesday, and I can't remember why I did Tuesday. Monday was something. a holiday or I wasn't here or something. I don't remember. But I did the Tuesday instead. That's right. And, but I will be here again next Monday. I'm guessing it's May 9th, since today's the 2nd, whatever next Monday is in my time. So whatever day of the week it is for you, if it's Tuesday right now for you, then it'll be Tuesday, of course, next week for you. Same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I forgot that I did do a Tuesday show once. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my moderators and all of my channel members. Christine and Lois, my wonderful moderators. Christine and Agnes, my awesome channel members. I appreciate you so much. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, if you're new here and just watching, please do hit that subscribe button. Jonah the dog would love it if you did. And also, if you haven't given it a thumbs up yet, please do smash that thumbs up button. YouTube really likes that, and it helps to push my videos up higher in the algorithms, and people can find me that way. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.